Beautiful people. I'm here to apologize today because I let you down. I said I was going to post to YouTube 20 days in a row, and I think I made it to day 17 before I failed the challenge. I was overrun with springtime allergies and family obligations in the beautiful, sprawling urban center of Dallas, Texas, and simply, I couldn't find the time to get the job done. Went to a family party, went home, this and that going on. And while I maintained the obligations to those close to me, near and dear to me in my own life, I did not maintain the obligation myself to post again 20 days in a row on YouTube. And then we flew home yesterday, and I was so stuffy with allergies, and I was tired, and I didn't post again. So it's a disaster. It's a horrible disaster. But these are the moments where you learn the most about yourself, right? Because we all face setbacks in life where we say we're going to do something and we're unable to reach that goal, whether it's our own doing or whether there are truly external circumstances which prevented it, right? Because stuff comes up in life. But how do you respond from that? How do you rebound and bounce back? Are you the kind of person who lets a setback set you back permanently? Or are you the kind of person who says, no, I refuse to be beaten by this, and I will instead persevere, and I will once again get out there and film a YouTube video, or a proverbial YouTube video if it's a different challenge you face? I am resolved to be that second category of man who gets out there, gets back on the horse, and continues posting even when he lets down those beautiful people who watch his videos and were expecting him to post 20 days in a row. So we're back. All right, we're back. I got a frog in the throat. I'm still not feeling great. It's funny. I forgot how bad my springtime allergies are because I haven't been up north during the changing of seasons in a while, but holy moly, I got smacked. I was down terrible, and even though I know I'm feeling better now, I still have all that residual just like bleh in the sinuses. It's absolutely disgusting is what it is. It's terrible. I mean, as you could tell from my last video, I was feeling awful at that time, but you know, you never know what you have until it's taken from you. When you're healthy, when you're happy, when you're good to go, you just don't know. You just don't know. You don't appreciate these little things, you know? Like someone who lives in chronic pain, if you don't live in chronic pain, you're like, damn, that sucks. But if you do live in chronic pain, it means you have that pain full time. That really sucks. That's something you got to put up with and deal with. That is brutal. That's a brutal existence. So you got to be grateful for the little things, you know? Got to be grateful for your ability to rebound from failure, even when it was your own fault that you weren't able to get out there and post a little video. By the way, Dallas, Texas, it was a cool city. Man, it's just a sprawling mass. I looked it up on Google Maps afterwards because Google Maps is my go-to. It's my, you know, Google Maps is my sweetheart. You know, you can find out any geographic information on there. Where I was at felt like the suburbs. It was considered, you know, the Dallas, the actual city of Dallas. I really don't know, you know, I like Texas quite a bit. I've been to Houston, San Antonio, and Austin prior to this trip, but Dallas was unlike any city I've been to in that it just felt like a massive, sprawling suburb, more so than a city. We didn't go to the city center, but it was kind of bizarre. It was kind of bizarre in comparison to pretty much anywhere else I've been. I don't know how I feel about it, you know? I have, you know, a good amount of folks on the woman's side of the family out there, you know? But geez, I don't know 100% how I feel about it. I think I'm a little jaded because of all that allergies nonsense. That was a terrible, terrible experience, you know? A terrible experience. Getting derailed is no fun. There's so many people out there. This happens to a lot of folks. You'll be in a good routine at the gym or, you know, with a good habit, and then you let a bad habit sneak in, or you stop with a good habit, and then you'll stop again for 6 months. When I first started going to the gym when I was like 18, I was going to the gym steadily for the first semester of college, because I didn't really lift weights in high school or anything. And so the first semester of college, I was good about it. Second semester, there was this big weekend. It was a good weekend. It was a, a dance marathon, it's called. Basically a 46-hour, fundraiser to combat children's cancer. And so the idea was you'd stay awake for 46 straight hours, and you'd show up at like the basketball stadium on campus. You could come and go in shifts, but like you wanted to be there, you wanted to show face and support. So you'd be up at all sorts of strange hours, and just your whole schedule get completely out of whack this weekend. But it's for a great cause. We raised a ton of money as a school. Anyways, after that freshman year, I lost touch with the gym. I fell out of the habit of going to the gym because my sleep schedule got messed up for one weekend. You know how silly and foolish that is? Nowadays, this is going to sound silly, but you think of all the stuff that like Navy SEALs go through that you hear about in their like trainings and such, and it's like, well, I'm letting something small like losing a little sleep mess up my routine. Meanwhile, there's Navy SEALs who stay up for a week straight, running on the beach and being in the water and going through all sorts of just hellish challenges to prove their mettle. He's saying they can do that, but I can't get back on the horse, get back into my habits because I'm being lazy. So that's kind of where it comes from. But I fell out of the gym habit once I got back into it sophomore year. I really haven't missed more than a week at a time, unless I'm like on vacation in a foreign country and I literally can't like get to a gym. Even then I'll go to a hotel gym, but I'll try to stay active and fit. But those are the only times where I'll miss an actual routine. So when you build these habits, a lot of people I think have trouble building habits. It's not so much hard to do something good one time. Like, yeah, it's hard to get in the gym if you haven't been in the gym, but like you can show up once, you can show up, or you can work out, exercise once, but what's really hard is to keep it going. And then what's really a level harder than that is to continuously go, even once you fall out of the habit the first time. Because once you fall out of the habit the first time, it's very easy to kind of get back in your old ways. I was feeling that lethargy this morning, and I was thinking like, oh, well, I missed yesterday, I missed the next day, and I was thinking that little voice in the shoulder that's out there to get you. I was thinking, well, a lot of the most successful YouTubers, they only post like once or twice a week. So I don't really need to get, like I did most of the way to 20 days. So I don't really need to, get there. It doesn't really matter. It does matter because the standard you set for yourself is what matters. And I know that at my stage of really having almost no subscribers and no motion, no momentum, every rep is so much more valuable to me than it is to someone who's posted, thousands of videos, because I still don't know what I'm doing with it. I still don't have that mojo, that flow down. I still don't have that title, thumbnail combination down. And every time I post a video, you guys don't see this as viewers. And again, I appreciate and love every single one of you who watches these videos, but you guys don't see kind of the data behind the videos. You can see views and whatever, but I can see the data when I post them, and it's really kind of exciting. It's like, well, how many impressions did this one have, or how many people clicked on it and whatever. The other day, I won't say which video it was, but I knew I had kind of a banger title, and it did do better by pretty much every metric than all the other ones I'd posted to that point. So that's really exciting. The point is, though, every time I post, every time I show up, I get valuable data, valuable repetition out of it. It actually means much more percentage-wise to me than it does to someone who's posted thousands of videos and they kind of know this stuff stone cold by now. I don't know it's stone cold, I got to learn this the hard way. So, while it'd be easy to slide back into old ways, it's not the right move. It's not the most productive avenue. It's not the angle that I need to succeed here. I needed to actually re-solidify the habit of posting a YouTube video every single day. And this is a habit that needs to be continually re-solidified. I need to show up tomorrow, I need to show up the next day. I'd love to do 20 days in a row again. And it's going to be tough this time. I really set myself up for failure here because starting, early April, I'm going to actually have to show up. I'm going to be back in the office full time, 5 days a week, which is, I'm actually really excited for it. It gets a little lonely working from home, it really does. But at the same time, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a time management issue, which right now it's not necessarily at that level. So if I want to succeed at the highest level, if I want to go 20 days in a row, now I've given myself a deadline, because I tell you what, early April's in less than 20 days. So right now, it's just about solidifying. It's about getting back to it. But the same thing is true of any habit. If you found that you've kind of gotten out of a good rhythm with yourself, yeah, we all slide from time to time. We're only human. But what you got to do is kind of forgive yourself. Hey, I'm not going to beat myself over the head that I messed up this good streak I was on. But it's time to get back into the meat and bones of it. You can't let yourself say, I'm not going to jump in the pool yet because the water's too cold. Nah, it's time to go in. It's time to make it happen. All right, you got to dive in with both feet, fully all the way back in, until a habit is so ingrained that it feels weird that you didn't do it in a certain day, right? Again, a lot of this, because I've spoken so much about adventure maxing on this channel, and frankly, what I was up to in Dallas when I was missing the posting of these videos was a little bit of adventure maxing. We were going out having dinner with the family. We were going out doing this and that. We were going on these little adventures. It was all places I'd never been before, things I'd never seen before, and so that was really, it was really awesome. Is what it was. But the foundation of adventure maxing, I think, in life is having good habits, because otherwise everything becomes nihilistic and it means nothing, and you have no base and no firm roots. You need to kind of be grounded somewhere in life, and being grounded in good habits that set yourself up for success, it gives you opportunities to adventure max. It gives you opportunities to do wonderful things and try new experiences, because you solidify yourself. You're the kind of person who has a base from which they can adventure out to. In a video game, you have a quest hub, don't you? You have a place that you go to that the quest giver hangs out at the whole time, because they are rarely programmed to wander around the game aimlessly. In a lot of video games, adventure-based context, there's a home base. So that's what habits are, baby. That's your home base. Come on now. From there, you can venture out. But without that, you're chalked and screwed. So the whole point of this video is to let you know I failed you. I'm deeply sorry. I'm apologetic. But words mean nothing. It's all about that action, boss. So it's time to get back into it. It's time to start posting videos again each and every day. Downloads from the mind, straight to the camera, straight to the beautiful person on the other end of this screen here who's watching me. And it's all about just kind of getting back to it. So if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, all that good, YouTuber stuff. It's weird. It feels a little unnatural to say that, but at the same time, it does feel natural to say that. And hopefully, I'll be back to, longer videos. Or I've been trying to think about what other, besides talking to the camera, what other kind of fun videos I can bring you guys. I don't know. So step one, we're focusing on health. We're focusing on getting back to it. I got to get back in the gym today, speaking of habits, and sit in the sauna, and hopefully that clears up this gunk. But we'll be back with another video tomorrow. We'll be back with another video the next day, and we're back to doing it, baby. We're back to doing it full time.